Alex Eala set for Indian Wells debut. Manila, Philippines. Filipino tennis ace Alexandra Alex Eala is set for her debut at the WTA 1000 Indian Wells in the United States. The tournament, also known as the Fifth Grand Slam, due to its tournament size, 96-player field, and top-rated players' mandatory participation from both the WTA and ATP runs from March 4th to 15th. Eala, hovering in the 40th to 50th rank at the entry deadline, is high enough to give her direct entry to the prestigious tournament. Officially ranked 47th, Eala last saw action at the Dubai Tennis Championships, where she reached the quarterfinals, falling to world number 4 Coco Gauff, 0-6, 2-6. Her last 8 appearance pushed her to 32nd at the live rankings, a place she will most likely seize once the official rankings updates on Monday. In an Instagram post Friday, Eala relished her inspired run in Dubai, where she drew tremendous support from the Filipino diaspora. 3 weeks of fighting with love and pride has come to an end here in Dubai. The competition, the atmosphere, the hospitality, and the full-blown support has made these weeks ones I'll never forget. "Thank you," said Eala. At SAP Santamaria, Sabrina Santamaria once said, "It's a privilege to play in front of people who see themselves in you." I couldn't agree more. What a privilege it is to do what you love with love. Eala's run at the Dubai Tennis Championships, which includes an upset of world number 8 Jasmine Paolini in the second, is easily her best since a historic semifinal finish at the Miami Open last year. As a wild card entry, Eala reached the semifinals and took down then world number 5 Madison Keys and number 2 Iga Swiatek, pushing her from 140th to 75th in the rankings. This year, Eala gained direct entry at the Miami Open due to her being in the top 50. The 1000-level tournament will run right after Indian Wells, unfolding from March 17th to 29th. Tennis, across hard courts, her heart, the dawn of Indian Wells. In the quiet hours before dawn breaks over the desert winds of California, whispers travel from Manila to Los Angeles and beyond. She's on her way. This time it isn't just another match, it's her Indian Wells debut, a moment she's worked toward since she first held a racket in her hands at age 4. Alexandra Eala, known affectionately as Alex, carries not just her suitcase of rackets and shoes but the dreams of a nation, and the weightless hope of every young athlete who has ever believed that belief alone could bend the arc of possibility. Today, that hope is rooted in the hard courts of the BNP Paribas Open, one of tennis's most prestigious tournaments, where she steps onto the main stage ready to prove yet again that she belongs. Sunrise from Quezon City to the world stage. Born in Quezon City, Philippines, Alex's journey traced a path from local clay courts to global arenas. Her mother, a former national swimmer, and her grandfather, the first to introduce her to tennis, helped cultivate a drive that defies age and expectation. As a junior, she captured the 2022 U.S. Open girls singles title, a first for the Philippines, and soon found herself training at the elite Rafa Nadal Academy in Spain, leaving home as a teenager determined to chase a dream that felt cosmic even to her closest friends. Rocket breakthrough and backlash. Her first taste of global notice was not quiet. It roared. With every win, every swing of her left-handed forehand, she chipped away at assumptions and earned a reputation as one of the tennis world's most exciting emerging talents. In 2025, she stunned the tennis world with an astonishing run at the Miami Open, defeating multiple former Grand Slam champions, a feat that spoke not just of skill but of a fearless belief that she could topple giants. That run didn't just elevate her rank, it redefined her narrative. She became the first Filipino woman to enter the WTA Top 100 and a seismic presence on hard courts around the world. She experienced heartbreak too, near wins, tough losses, and moments when the spotlight felt heavier than the racket in her backpack. These were the moments that shaped her, molding intuition into instinct and pressure into purpose. Cactus Indian Wells, more than a debut. Now, as Indian Wells approaches, this is different. There's tension beneath the calm, a mixture of nerves and certainty, like the second before a serve. It's beyond just another tournament, it's a rite of passage for a player whose trajectory has been both meteoric and meticulously crafted. The BNP Paribas Open boasts a roster that reads like a who's who of modern tennis, Grand Slam champions, fierce competitors, and seasoned stalwarts. Stepping onto these courts is a symbolic marking of arrival, a recognition that Alex is no longer just the girl from the Philippines who might be one of the greats. She is one of the greats in the making. In Indian Wells, every match point will be more than a chance at progression. It's a testament that her journey, her sacrifices, and her commitment have created something larger than wins and losses. It's the realization of a narrative she began writing as a child, that place names on a map are not endpoints but beginnings. Globes showing Europe-Africa beyond her country, into hearts everywhere. For her compatriots in the Philippines, Alex is no ordinary athlete. She is symbol and spirit. When she walks onto a court, there is a collective breath held, a quiet prayer for her success that resonates from Manila to Mindanao. She carries their flags not just as decoration but as a part of her identity, threading her national pride into every point she fights for. Fans have celebrated her not only for her skill but for her humility, for playing not just with Filipino pride, but for it. Every victory becomes a moment of shared euphoria, every setback, a rallying call for renewed belief. Flexed biceps, the athlete's mindset, fear, faith, and focus. At her core, Alex embodies something both simple and profound, quiet confidence. Observers note that while she plays with calm precision, her mental steel belies her age. Her path through professional tennis hasn't been easy. There were injuries, tough losses, and moments that required reinvention. Yet every time she's faced adversity, she's returned stronger, more attuned to the rhythm of competition and the symphony of self-discovery. Losses in Dubai, including a quarter-final defeat to a top opponent, have only sharpened her focus, giving her clarity about areas to refine: fitness, serve, strategy, and an unwavering desire to return better. Performing arts character is built in tournaments like these. Indian Wells isn't just a tournament, it's a canvas. Players don't just compete, they imprint their unique stories on its courts. For Alex, every swing will be a piece of her narrative, a chapter in a story that began with humble roots and has grown into international acclaim. Yet regardless of how far she advances, her presence here means something deeper. It signifies the expansion of possibility. In a sport that often feels dominated by tradition and legacy, she brings fresh energy and fresh dreams, dreams that resonate far beyond her own aspirations. Of the quiet hope of tomorrow. When the lights shine bright and the crowds gather, there will be a moment, just before the first serve, when Alex will breathe, ground herself, and feel the gravity of everything she's accomplished. But beyond the pressure, she will also feel joy, the pure, uncomplicated joy of doing what she loves most. For aspiring players in the Philippines and across Southeast Asia, she is living proof that dreams are crafted point by point.